All right, and then we're going to do two problems here. The first one's set up pretty nicely. The question is, are these two lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Well, these are already solved for y. So the first step you want to do is get both equations in the form y equals mx plus b. Both of these are y equals mx plus b. Look at the slope, look at the number in front of x. If they're the same number, they're parallel, because parallel lines have the same slope. These two slopes are the same, so the same slope. So therefore, these two lines, the graph of those two lines, are parallel. Let's do this example. Are these two equations, are the graphs of these two equations parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Well, we want to solve each equation for y. So let me take this equation and solve for y. 2x minus x equals 10. All right, so to solve for y, we add x to both sides. Those cancel, we get 2y equals x plus 10. Now we divide everything by 2, and we get y equals x over 2 is the same as 1/2 of x. Yeah, dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1/2. So this is the same as 1/2 x. 10 over 2 is 5. So we want to identify the slope of this line. The slope is 1/2. Now let's solve this equation for y and compare the slopes. So we have y plus 2x equals 12. When I subtract 2x from both sides, these add up to 0 and we're left with y. And on this side we have minus 2x plus 12. The slope is the coefficient of x. So the question is, when I multiply these two, do I get -1, like explained in the last video? -2 times 1/2. Well, -2 we can think of as -2 over 1. This 2 cancels with that 2, and we get -1 over 1, which is -1. Because the product of these two slopes is -1, our conclusion is the graphs of these two equations are perpendicular. So our conclusion is they are perpendicular. If you solve the two equations and you look at the slopes, if they're not the same, and you multiply them, and you do not get -1, then the graphs are neither parallel nor perpendicular.